Deuce, deuce, brothers and sisters. Quick message. Trauma bonding 101 is what our topic of discussion is going to be about on this day. Trauma bonding. You live in a reality that is overflowing with individuals that misunderstand one another on a daily basis, thus leading to fighting, more misunderstanding, more division, more separation, more chaos, more lies, more deception, etc., etc. More trauma. The truth of the reality, brothers and sisters, is as follows when pertaining to trauma bonding. Every single one of us within this reality have the unconscious desire to carve our wounds into others within our environment, our children, our mother, our fathers, our brothers and sisters, our loved ones, strangers, co-workers, etc. On an unconscious level, whether we're doing it consciously or unconsciously, we have this uncanny behavior that is to want to inflict the wounds that was inflicted upon us in our developmental stages onto the hearts of others. In short, carve it into the heart of another. Why? Why is this? Why is such a nonsensical way of thinking accepted as common thinking within our environment, within our society? Simply put, brothers and sisters, this is how we have been taught to show love to one another. I'll share with you my wounds if and only if you allow the other to share with you their wounds. Or if we're sticking with our primary topic, let me rephrase that. I will carve into your heart my wounds if you allow the other, the one that you claim you love and care for, if they can carve into your heart their wounds, which inevitably leads to the various relationships, codependent relationships that many now finds themselves in. Toxic, codependent relationships. Take a moment. We've all been there. I've been there. I have been in toxic, codependent relationship, not even realizing that I was in it. Because again, I was unaware of my own patterns. I was unaware of what I felt as though I was genuinely deserving of. I didn't even take the time to think that there was such a thing as a healthy, healed partnership. I didn't think such a thing was possible. When I say take a minute to think when pertaining to the whole relationship that you have found yourself in, be it a professional relationship or a romantic relationship, just sit with yourself and try to understand what I'm trying to get across when I say we all have the unconscious desire to carve within the hearts of others our traumatic wounds, simply because this is how we have been taught to show love to others. Look at your relationship and just think for a moment. I'm sure you will arrive at some point where you will tap into a memory wherein either another that you was engaged with was actively working to carve their traumatic wounds into your heart, or you were actively working to carve your wounds into their hearts, convinced that this is how love is shown. This is how a healthy relationship is to be expressed between two people. Just think for a moment. The sad reality of that revelation, brothers and sisters, when it hits you, you will literally, it will alter your thinking. Because again, everything that I discuss, every topic that I bring up, it brings into the conscious awareness wherein it has been lacking, and also expanding that awareness, it is able to now acquire the data needed to expand its awareness, thus creating better, thus experiencing better. Example, if you heeded this dialogue, understanding that how we have been taught to show love to one another is basically to inflict wound upon one another. If you heeded the point of this message and you now took it upon yourself to alter your thinking when it comes to the whole relationship aspect, it'll help you, one, expand your conscious awareness when it comes to selecting future partnership. You will not be seeking partners who are actively, unconsciously seeking to carve into your heart their wounds. You will be in the position of power wherein you are now attracting partners into your life that are healed, wherein the insanity of that thought where two people get together, instead of them working together to create better, they enter into a union where they're working together to destroy one another, be it emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, or physically. They get into a union convinced that they love one another by causing harm to one another. You receive such a dialogue, this dialogue such as this alters your thinking. Now you actively work to look at your flaws, to look at how you have been traumatically wounded, to look at how you have been actively, unconsciously working to carve your wounds into others. You now begin to work on those flaws, work on those traumas, heal yourself. The effects, you now open a whole nother dimension, a whole nother doorway, wherein you are able to attract and experience divine partnerships, where there's harmony, where there's health, there is healthy boundaries, where there is security, where there is trust, where there is room for both parties to authentically express themselves and not be, in a relationship where they're hiding parts of themselves, all for the sake of keeping and maintaining peace within a relationship. The very idea, like as I've stated, personally, when I sit and think about it, bro, and even not from my own personal experience, but from just watching others within my environment go through their experience when it comes to dealing with relationship, where you could just sit and observe how this partner is actively working to carve their traumatic wounds into the heart of their partner. And truth be told, it is not coming from a place of malice. Because again, these things are done on an unconscious level, because from your youth, You have been conditioned and programmed through watching how your parents interact with one another, through watching how your aunties and uncles interact with one another, through watching your environment and all those people within it, how they interact with one another. You were conditioned to believe that through hurting others is how you show them love, is how you show to them you love them. To a conscious, rational mind, such a philosophy is asinine. It is complete rubbish. It is insulting to a being who feels emotional pains, psychological pains, spiritual pains, physical pains, to endure the punishment of being in a union where wounds, psychological, spiritual, emotional, physical wounds is being inflicted onto them, and they are conditioned to accept and believe that this person is showing to them love. Does that not sound like complete and utter insanity? I love you so much that I'm gonna take this knife and stab you right in the fucking heart. Not literally, but figuratively. I love you so goddamn much that I am going to isolate you and place you in this cage and lock it away so nobody, and lock you away so nobody can get to you. I love you so much, I'm going to isolate you from the entire world, imprison you, for short. I love you so much, I'm going to beat on you. I love you so much, I'm going to go days and days without speaking to you, without communicating to you. I love you that much, I'm going to ignore you. Here's the best part. Here is what I was a victim of with the love relationship that I had. I love you so much, I'm going to play these psychological games with you and keep you on this emotional roller coaster, the highs, keep you experiencing the highs and lows of the relationship just to keep you hooked. I love you that much, I'm going to fuck with your psyche. I love you so much, I'm going to break you. I love you so much, I'm going to literally, by being with me, I'm going to manipulate you into becoming something you are not. I'm going to manipulating you into denying your true authentic self. I love you that much. These are the relationships that we sit idly by and we accept as wounded souls, of course, because when you heal, again, you acknowledge the insanity that is the average and modern relationship. Why the fuck would I be in a relationship with somebody that claims that they love me, but they want to hurt me, that they're hurting me, convinced that they love me because this is their love language, inflicting pain upon you? This is their love language, to ignore you, to isolate you, to play mind games with you, to stab you in the heart, to cheat on you, to beat on you, to abuse you, to insult you, to disrespect you. I mean, name it all. That's their love language. Again, being done unconsciously, because this is what they bear witness to when they were growing up. Everybody around them, this is how they show love. Again, we're actively working to carve into your heart our wounds. And you, if you got any level of self-awareness and you pick up on this, you reach the realization where you realize that, well, in this scenario, I have one of two options. Either completely deny my self-awareness and what I'm bearing witness to and just go along with it, or you acknowledge what is happening and you move on, heal yourself, and in so doing, the universe sends you a partner that is in alignment with your energy, where now they are respectful of your boundaries, where now they're not seeking to isolate you from the world, where now their love language is not to inflict wounds into your heart, it's not to carve wounds into your heart, it's to actually create create experiences that both parties can benefit from when it comes to expressing self, when it comes to experiencing the beauty of love. That is honesty, trust, respect, connectivity on a level that is so deep where you could literally be your true, authentic self with this individual without hiding no parts of you. You're no longer fragmented. Because in most relationships, people are interacting with each other from a fragmented level, wherein this is not all of me you're receiving in this moment. You're just getting parts of me. A lot of myself is hidden. A lot of myself I'm not even aware of. A lot of the people that we deal with, they don't know themselves. So the idea of them showing to us all of what we consider them to be is unfathomable. If you have not taken the time to be with yourself, to get to know yourself, your likes, your dislikes, what excites you, what you won't tolerate. Like if you don't know yourself, how can you ever hope to give of parts of yourself that you don't know to somebody? And how can you to somebody expect that person to give you parts of themselves that they themselves don't even acknowledge? But one thing that we are aware of when it comes to dealing with the people within our reality, what they know of themselves is the trauma that they have experienced from childhood to adulthood. That right there, we all know. So by knowing that parts of themselves most, that is what they actively work to share with others. All I know is pain. So I'm going to give you the pain that I know. All I know is lie. So I'm going to give you the lies that I know. All I know is manipulation. So I'm going to give you the manipulation that I know. All I know is just the bullshit that I gained from those that was within my environment when I was growing up. This is all I know. So day after day, I actively work to carve it into your heart, calling that my love language. This is the modern relationship. You look within our society, what is currently happening? Do you not have the modern men and women just now the idea of let's just hook up? Let's just hook up. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know your background. I don't need to know much about you. You got a little bit of change here. You willing to pay the fuck? Let's just hook up. Let's get together, light up, drink up, party. Fuck. This is the modern relationship. No more like taking the time to get to know somebody. No more taking the time to actually decipher if you and this person is in alignment. You're not thinking about the future no more. Everybody is now just thinking about right now. What can I get right now? My focus is right now. I don't give a fuck about tomorrow. I don't give a fuck about 10, 15 years from now, 50 years from now. Nah, all I care about is right now. And again, functioning from trauma. Because where did they learn such behaviors? From the very people that are within their environment. Mom and dad taught me that this is how you move when you love somebody. If the person is not doing something for you, if you're not being provided for in some way, shape, or form, don't fuck with that person. Look at what they have to offer you right now. Don't even consider that right now the nigga might not have everything, or the bitch might not have everything right now. But few years from now, with support, with love, with care, genuine care, support, and all that fun shit, baby girl, baby boy might transform into something unbelievable, unrecognizable. Because again, you're not looking at the completed picture right now. People grow, people develop into parts of themselves that even they themselves did not know was there. But as time moves on, these parts of themselves are birthed into reality. But people who are not willing to wait for the finished product, they want it right now. They ain't got time for no waiting. If you can't give them what they want right now, they ain't got time for you. Which is why sometimes I sit with the good Lord and I'm like, bro, the way you move, it is beautiful. Sometimes you send people into the lives of others, right? This person, they prayed for a certain wish to be fulfilled. They made a wish and hope for this wish to be fulfilled. You send somebody into that person's life. You now, the good Lord, you send somebody into this person's life to fulfill that very wish, to fulfill that very prayer. But this person that you sent, they're not going as the completed product right away. That's the beauty of you. This person that you send, you're not going to send them, oh, the prayer that you pray for, this person right here, they're going to do it. You're not sending them complete. The person, even the person that you sent, don't know this is why you're sending them into that person's life. But you working in the genius mastermind way that you work, you send that person that don't even look like the parts, that don't fit the role. You send them and you said, go into that person's life. Through you, I'm going to answer a prayer. But this person functioning from ego and what the world has taught them love is, completion is, or how relationship is, or how a prayer is fulfilled, they believe that everything comes complete instantly, right away. I need it right now, God. I don't have the time to wait. I don't have the patience to wait. I don't have time for none of this. I need it right now. The person that you sent, not knowing that they're there to fulfill a certain prayer, to fulfill a wish, they go following that nudge to enter into this person's life. This person, again, expecting the shit to be done instantly. They see this person that you sent, that you're going to work your miracle through. They overlook them. Who the fuck is you? You don't look like the divine partner that I've been praying for. No. You don't look like you got shit to offer me. No. Why the fuck you in my life? So now they mistreat the very gift that you sent, the very vessel that you, good Lord, are going to use to fulfill this individual's wish. They insult them, they degrade them, they disrespect them. Sometimes, truly, yo, I have bear witness to this time and time again. Just being overlooked as the vessel in which the good Lord is working through. Because again, these motherfuckers, they want shit done instantly. When you show up in their life, you're just supposed to be completed. Not understand that this is a process, bitch. You exist in eternity. There's a quote that I came across. It was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna remember it properly, but it goes like this. How can the creator rush to do anything knowing that it is all there is? Did you get that? The creator of all there is, y'all, having all the resources to do anything at any given moment. How can the creator rush and like think, oh man, I gotta do this now. I gotta do this now. I'm running out of time type shit. Can you fathom whatever God you believe in? Can you fathom that force, that source rushing to accomplish anything? Knowing that it is eternal, knowing that it is all there is. Can you fathom it like rushing, thinking I'm running out of time to get shit done? In my mind, fuck no. Everything happens on divine timing. So I don't rush shit. But the average mind, again, everything must be right the fuck now. Going back to the whole philosophy, the creator don't rush shit. You prayed for somebody. This person showed up. they're not the complete package, but they have the potential, and that potential that you're looking at is a possibility. The creator just give you like a brief glimpse into a possible future. They may have something, but they don't have everything, but you overlook them and you say, nah. But then the twist that comes into this is, I'm going to say, to the ones in the reality that play this whole, they feed people ego, wherein they know this motherfucker wants instant realization, instant solution, instant fix. So they give you that instant fix by posing as they have everything. A bitch that's looking for somebody good, a nigga that's looking for somebody good. These potential partners, the ones that like to feed the ego, they put on these masks, they put on the makeup, they pretend like they got the life going on, they got that shit going on, they pretend, and now they come and they weasel their way into your reality. You, blinded by the lies, you that have succumbed to the lies and the illusion that you're being fed, fall for the shit. This motherfucker ain't got shit, but they know how to act that place. Act that role where they may go rent luxurious cars. They may create this fake business and present it to you as they are an entrepreneur. They may go lease this big ass house, or what is the new thing? What is that renting app called? What's that shit called when you rent people houses? It's not coming to me. But in this new society, you could rent somebody's house for little to nothing, and you could pretend that it's your house. And the motherfucker that you are seeking to manipulate will never know, because you want shit instantly. They came to you dressed and disguised in that whole, I got everything that you need, woman. I got everything that you need, man. And when you go in, they keep that facade going for as long as they can until you realize, oh shit, I didn't got bamboozled. This motherfucker then got me. And that's long after they have gotten everything they wanted out of you, because again, you wanted instant realization. You wanted instant fulfillment. You overlooked the type of bond that comes with working with somebody, building with somebody, slowly getting to know one another through your ups and your downs, your failures and your wins and all of that. You don't want to get to know somebody where you're going through the whole cycles of life, because this thing that is life, people fail to understand. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. That's the beauty of life. When you're up, niggas, enjoy, celebrate, and just bask in the glory of being up. When you're down, learn from you being down while you're down there. Humble yourself and be grateful even when you're in that down state, because what you fail to realize is this: without the rain, you can't enjoy the sunshine. Without joy, you can't enjoy pain. Or I should say, without pain, you can't enjoy joy. Life is a beautiful synergy of positive and negative, left and right. You have to embrace the down parts of life in order that you may appreciate and value the ups part of life. You must fall to succeed. And most people, they always want to be in one vibration. They always want to be up. They always want to express the light, neglecting their shadows. That's why I spoke on this. The shadow and light, they're there to work with one another. They're there to protect one another. When I was functioning from this illusion wherein, oh, you want to be good and neglecting my shadow, I caused way more harm to myself, always like trying to be a good person, not setting boundaries, not speaking up when I needed to speak up, not putting a bitch motherfucker in their place and just allowing shit to slide, knowing that, bro, check this fool. Because if you don't check them, they're going to literally keep doing what the fuck they're doing. But then you letting it slide because you want to ignore your shadow. Be the good guy. Fuck out of here. The shadow is there to protect the light. The shadow helps you establish boundaries. The shadow helps you create a harmonious environment wherein, bro, there's just certain things I go for and certain things I don't go for. Certain lines I will cross, certain lines I will not cross. Certain lines I'm going to allow you to cross and certain lines I will not allow you to cross. This is what your shadow is there to do, to protect you from becoming this overtly sensitive pushover. You know your darkness is there wherein, bro, you will fuck something up. You know it's there. And it's always speaking at you when somebody crosses your boundaries. You get angry, but then you repress that anger. Because again, you're running away from your shadow. Always be good. Fuck out of here, man. And sticking with the whole, people always want to express one part of themselves. The trauma part of themselves that inspired this message, wherein niggas just striving to carve their karma into their trauma into the hearts of others. This is how they show love. Again, they are just fixated on the whole, I'm hurt. Everyone hurt me. So naturally, I'm going into the world and I'm hurting everybody else. Upon receiving this message, it is the intention you start to now, when you attract these new relationships, start to decipher. Start to pay attention to the pattern wherein you're seeking to understand if the person you are interested in is actively working to carve into your heart their traumatic wounds, or are you trying to carve into their heart your traumatic wounds? And if you catch it, work to heal it. And if you have healed yourself and you attract another partner wherein they're healed as well, there is still things there that you could work on to become even better. Better in the sense of self-expression. Because at the end of the day, when you're with somebody, the goal should never be to like limit your self-expression in the relationship, which to me is just weird because people get into these relationships, and it's so sad that you enter into a relationship hoping that will help you become a better version of yourself, but getting into the relationship leads to you becoming the worst version of yourself. Because in the pursuit of trying to make somebody's happy, you neglect to meet your own happiness because you expect them to fulfill your happiness, only to find out that they only care about them. The world is changing. A lot more of us are starting to awaken and realize that indeed, this is the bullshit that we all have been falling victim to. Until we each take the time to pay attention to our own wounds, we are not going to be able to heal in order that we may experience genuine and healthy relationships. But the good news is, as I've stated, the world is changing. Those that are watching videos such as this, they're just like me. They're looking for answers. They're paying attention to their patterns, and videos such as this are being manifested in their reality, giving them simple guidelines, pointing them in the direction in which they are to go to develop a healthy relationship with themselves first. Second, through developing that healthy relationship with themselves, they are able to attract a healthy relationship outside of themselves. Hurt people hurt people. Niggas just actively working to carve their shit into another. Hurt people hurt people. Before I dip real quick, I'm gonna give you this. How many of us out here enter into our first relationship with our, high school sweetheart or our childhood companions, and we got our heart broken, and after that we made up our mind that we would never again fall in love, and now if you look at our history from as adult now, we have a whole backtrack of heartbroken women or men behind us. How many people can genuinely say that I'm guilty of that? Baby girl broke my heart when I was young. After that heartbreak, I vowed to myself that I would never again allow my heart to get close to somebody for them to hurt me that deeply. And because of that, I always hurt everybody that I get with. Functioning from trauma. That is the proof. That is the evidence. That is the example of you literally working to carve your traumatic wounds into the heart of another, calling that love. And little do you know, the very partner that did you dirty is a possibility that somebody broke their heart too. The cycle has just completed. Good news is, the cycle is coming to an end. No more of this. If you receive this message, do with it as you choose to do with it. Learn from what the fuck it is you're doing. Pay attention to your pattern. And if you're willing, stop trying to hurt somebody and calling that shit love, because there is no dimension in which I can allow my conscious awareness to go where anybody can tell me that someone literally inflicting pain, heartache within me, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, or physically, and calling that love. There is no dimension where I will go and somebody tells me I'm showing you love by actively causing you harm. That is stupid. That's dumb as fuck. And as a healed being in the reality, it's hard to literally interact with people who are functioning from that I want to carve my pain into you. Because when they come around you and you now establish healthy boundaries, they find it offensive that they cannot carve their wounds, their traumatic wounds, into you, because they are convinced that I'm trying to show you love, my nigga. I'm trying to show you love, baby girl. How dare you reject my love that is this wound that I'm trying to inflict into you? And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense, because if my idea of love is to inflict wound onto another, and I'm trying to inflict this wound, but due to their now healthy boundaries, due to them now healing themselves, they are preventing me from showing them that I love and care about them through inflicting my wounds upon them. I'm now going to take it some kind of way. I'm going to take it personal. I'm going to feel as though this motherfucker think he all that. I love you and you over here not wanting me to hurt you. How dare you come at me like that? You see the philosophy? You see what I'm trying to get across to you? Like the whole foolishness. And it's not their fault. On some real shit, it ain't their fault. As I've stated, these niggas are functioning from just that one high, which is their traumatic wounds. This is all the fuck they know. They are convinced this is right. This is the path to follow. By me doing this, it really means that I love you. I've seen this so many times that honestly, it's just like, wow, how do we miss shit like this? But if you're the one that is taking the time to want to become better, a better version of yourself, number one, you got to understand, you got to distance yourself from motherfuckers like this. Two, you got to establish healthy, strong, and firm boundaries with people like this. What they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. And if they cross those boundaries, you got to literally bring an end to some relationship, a lot of relationships. The more we stay around people who are literally making the choice to remain wounded as the healed ones, the more we are enabling and encouraging their toxic behaviors. Imagine if you consider yourself to be self-aware and you are the examples that others are to follow, but instead of setting the tone that they are to match, instead of literally letting them know this is what the fuck it is, you ignore that wise part of you and you just take what they're giving you, enabling their behavior, encouraging their behavior. What good are you to them? What good are you to society? You said, well, if I distance myself from them, what would I do? What would I do? What would they do? How would they function without me? There's a lot of enablers in this reality, enabling toxic behaviors instead of setting firm boundaries with people, letting them know that behavior such as this will no longer be tolerated. If I could learn how to communicate better, if I could learn how to show empathy, you're capable of doing the same thing. If you don't know how, there are many, many institutions and books that have been written that helps you become a better version of yourself, that helps you acknowledge your patterns, that helps you acknowledge your traumatic wounds. Nigga, go to therapy. If therapy does not work for you, truly, then find a way to self-educate and learn your patterns. But I will no longer tolerate the bullshit that is you convinced that your way of showing me love is to cause me harm. The Godfather, giving you one of his insightful thoughts. Take it how you want to take it. I hope you find some level of value in these dialogues, because that is the only reason why I do these things. Come on up with me, brothers and sisters. The air up here is much more clean. Come on up here with me, brothers and sisters. The way you feel up here, you're much more complete. You don't really tolerate a lot of bullshit anymore. Come on up here with me, brothers and sisters. There's a lot of freedom out here. This is why I do these messages. Get you out of the state of fear. Get you into love. Get you out of unconscious thinking, unconscious way of being, unconscious way of expressing yourself, unconscious way of communicating, into conscious and self-awareness. Paying attention to what the fuck you're doing in every given moment. Yes, I know that sounds like a lot of work because motherfuckers don't like to work. But at the end of the day, if you want to be your best self, it requires you to pay attention to you. And how else can you be your best self if you're not paying attention to your every action, your every word, your every thought, your environment? How? On some real shit, man. Think about this shit. The Godfather. We out here. Have a great day.